And here he comes. Hey, Jimmy. Okay. He's asked me to come over. And I don't want to be in it.
He's not the same. He's not making any statement.
Everybody all right?
We're out here. Hold on, make sure everyone's.
All right, guys. Okay.
He wants a shot of them.
I got it.
Talk to us about what happened today and these charges, please.
Well, we by appointment, we appeared for arraignment today. He was released on an unsecured bond. It's we've known about this for some time. This investigation, if you want to call it that, has been going on for about 6 months. We've remained silent. We've been just kind of waiting for this day because despite all the evidence to the contrary, they seem determined to do this no matter what. I got the complaint today. I almost laughed out loud, and I don't think I've ever said that. It is a case that is motivated entirely by a handful of insurgents and the mayor, who made no secret of the fact that he was going to get rid of Chief Mann, and that's fine. We're ready to go to court. There's been enough posturing, enough conversation for the last 6 months to last me a lifetime. And Chief Mann is one of the proudest, most dedicated police officers that I've dealt with in my legal career. And it's a pleasure to stand here next to him, and it's going to be a greater pleasure to watch them try to prove these ridiculous allegations that are contained in this complaint when we go to court. So I'm looking very much forward to the opportunity to confront and cross-examine individuals who have managed to hide in the background, making these ridiculous complaints for the last 6 months, and for them to come into an open courtroom and submit themselves to cross-examination, and for us to have an opportunity for the real truth to be brought out in the course of testimony, and we're looking forward to it. And we don't hide from any of it. It's unfortunate that Chief Mann was required to be here today and be part of a public spectacle, but that's okay. Hopefully, in a very short period of time, we're going to have this opportunity to address the media again once this matter has been resolved.
To be clear, you're laughing at a state police investigation?
I am, openly. There are counts here alleging theft and insurance fraud that were not initiated by an insurance company with whom he had regular communication. There are theft counts that relate to monies that were paid by the borough that the borough was fully aware of and acquiesced to paying. None of this was brought at the behest of the entities that would be the victims in those counts, that being the borough and the insurance company. It's being brought at the behest of police officers who are trying to embarrass, humiliate, and see their police chief lose his job. That's what it is. And I've never seen anything like that before. And all of the other counts that relate to intimidation and obstruction are contextualized in a way that are simply not fair or accurate. And so we'll see. That's why we go to court, and we're looking forward to it.
The matter that was mentioned where they cite work that he was doing with this task force while the complaint says he was off duty. Can you explain what was going on?
Sure can. Yeah, it was minimal time. It was done in full view of the borough and the Office of Attorney General. It's de minimis, frankly. And what's interesting is that during that same time period that they're alleging that he was compensated for work that was done while he was receiving disability payments from the insurance company, he was required to expend hundreds of hours for free for the district attorney's office to prepare and prosecute a homicide case that took weeks to try for no pay.
What was that homicide?
That was the Marlon Kelly trial.
Okay, and he was
2017. He was off on disability.
But
never
told to come
complained
in?
and carried the load throughout that entire case for hundreds of hours, not to mention the hundreds of hours that he came here on his free time to make sure that this ship was sailing while he was disabled, for which he never submitted a single time sheet.
What is his current, is he on unpaid administrative leave, paid administrative leave? Has he been notified of any intention to change his employment status?
He has been on paid administrative leave, and I spoke with a borough representative today. My understanding is there's going to be a meeting on his status next week, so I don't want to comment on that. That's a matter for the borough.
Does Jim, I know you can't talk for us, but Jim wants his job back.
Of course he does. And anybody who knows Chief Mann and has had the opportunity to work with him knows that there is no one that gives their heart and soul to their job like Chief Mann has. And it's unfortunate that the residents of this borough have to suffer his loss while we go through this circus. But
if you are successful in either challenging these charges at preliminary hearing, or if it goes to trial and you're successful there, does he want that job back when this is all done? Would he seek any legal civil action on his own?
Well, I don't want to put the cart before the horse, Bob. I mean, you know, at this point in time, he wants to go back to work. He's wanted to go back to work while this whole thing has been pending, and the borough wants him to come back to work, ironically.
Do you expect to get some of this dismissed at the preliminary hearing?
We'll see. We're hoping. We're hoping. So,
How has Chief Mann been during all this, these months and months of
It's been difficult.
investigation?
it's been difficult. His life is his job, and to be separated from his job since April has been really, really tough. And he's received a lot of support from the law enforcement community and other people in this community. He'll continue to receive that support, I'm sure, but it's been very difficult.
So, are you advising him not to discuss details of this with us?
I am.
now?
It's a pending legal matter, so yeah, he's not going to discuss any specifics.
Can he say with anything about his feelings about this in this circumstance?
I'd rather he didn't say anything today. It's been a
Just
tough
looking
day.
forward to coming back to work, that's all.
Say again, I'm sorry.
I'm just looking forward to coming back to work.
That's good. Thanks, guys.
Good.
Both.
Thank you
Thank you.
guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
Nia, I have the charges on the main page, so go on to the main page of Ambridge Connection and you'll see the charges.